Ooh, that looks good. We need a plate. We need a bigger plate so we can put them all on there. Wow. So it looks like if you fill it up more, it actually works better because now they're like more solid. Oh yeah. All right. So filling it up more made it better. Yeah, because this one's the lightest, the least one. It fell apart the most. So fill them up more. Oh, that's good. Okay.
Oh, that's cool. How the bacon is like underneath some of the egg, I suppose, right there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, definitely taste test time. Yeah. So we might even need a knife to cut these, especially the bacon bits.
Yeah, the bacon bits.
Oh,
probably.
Yeah, that is neat. Some of this oozed onto the top of the... Yeah, so that must be the egg area, and it actually covered over some of the bacon. So this one has the bacon bits, so easy to cut into. Mmm. Oh, that's really nice. So I think it needed more salt and pepper still. Mmm. Well, that's nice. I want to try to get a piece of this bacon. Okay, which one had bacon top and bottom? Is it this one? Huh. Didn't one have bacon? I put bacon on the bottom.
That one.
Oh, it has bacon on the bottom, but not the top. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then sprinkles. Sprinkles. Now that's my kind of sprinkles. Bacon. Forget those sugary sprinkles. Bacon. Okay. Yeah. So this one has bacon on the bottom and then sprinkles of bacon on the top. All right. This was much better. When you fill it up more, it worked better. So the egg actually went over the top of some of the, it fluffed up and went over the top of some of the bacon. So, going to rehydrate some more of the hash brown potatoes. And you can pour the water right in here. Take out the oxygen absorber and pour the water right in. So to kind of show that, I'm going to use a clear bag so I can see it better. But it would be the same idea. And just tossing 2 or 3 cups of water in there because they only really soak up what they need. Then try to squish out all the air. So I'm just going to give them just another couple of minutes and push out all the air I can. And those will be ready to cook in just a minute. Gonna rehydrate some of the eggs. It's 5 whole eggs, they're raw. I need to add 200 grams of water. So we'll check that out. Okay, when I had originally bagged them, I had not crushed them or anything. I just left them in pretty good sized chunks. I should probably powder them before I try to rehydrate them so that they'll mix in better. So I'm just going to kind of squish them and see if that will work. Okay, so I'll put that in there. Add 200 grams of water. So I'm going to tear that out. I'm going to do cold water. I'm using cold water because I don't want to cook the eggs in the measuring cup. Oh, I went a little bit over. Shucks. Should be more careful. Yeah, you can't take that out. Okay, well, that's what we got. So, I'm going to use the whisk attachment on the mixer and see what that does. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So, we'll see if that's ready for cooking. Gonna go ahead and drain that. Let that drain a little bit, and then try cooking them up. Well, they mostly came out pretty well. A little bit of a toss to get rid of as much moisture as I can right there. I spread the potatoes on a paper towel covered dish towel, then cover them and press firmly to remove any excess water. When that's done, I put the potatoes back into the bowl and season them. I'm just adding some salt and pepper. And a quick stir, and it's time to cook. To go with the potatoes and the eggs that I rehydrated earlier, I have some pre-cooked bacon strips, bacon crumbles, and a little shredded cheese. With the waffle maker preheated, I start by putting in a layer of bacon. Next, I cover the bacon with a layer of the rehydrated hash brown potatoes. I add the shredded cheese on top of the potatoes. And then I put spoonfuls of the rehydrated eggs over each section. This was 5 eggs before freeze drying, and I try to put about 1 egg's worth on each one. Finally, I top the whole thing with bacon crumbles. I close the waffle maker tight so nothing can get away and let it cook for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, they're done and I unplug the machine. Time to serve them up. They come out of the machine easy and hold their shape well. Though I think maybe a panini press or something would be a better choice than a waffle maker. I forgot to show the bottom, so here's what the bottom looks like. Anyway, that's beautiful. All covered with goodies. So tomato, avocado, a little bit of onion, and salsa.
No, I'm gonna put the green Tabasco.
Oh, okay.
Because it's got
And then a sharp knife so you can cut it.